All right, here we are again. It's Friday morning. It's time for an update on our Blockbuster winter storm, our snow blitz, if you will, as we head into the weekend. Everything is still pretty much on track from our initial forecast from a couple of days ago as far as snow amounts go. I'll show you the map in just a second. First things first, the winter storm watch still in effect for our viewing area. We'll see this upgraded, I'm sure, to a winter storm warning later on today. They've already upgraded up in New York and across the northern tier of PA, but we'll see the Weather Service in both Cleveland and Pittsburgh upgrade to a winter storm warning for our weekend storm later on today. I told you on this morning video blog yesterday I suspected the GFS would eventually cave to the European model as far as the placement of a rain-snow line, the exact low or storm placement, and that indeed happened last evening. And so now we have some pretty good model agreement overall on the track. Looks like the rain-snow line is going to stay comfortably enough to our south, and I'm not really too much concerned anymore about any sort of mixed precipitation, or at least prolonged mixed precipitation in places such as East Liverpool and over towards Newcastle. Sleet maybe briefly through there Saturday evening, but I'm not real concerned about anything other than snow falling through there. So let's talk about the timing. This is something I've been talking about since yesterday. Now, during the pre-dawn hours and up till about daybreak on Saturday, there's this little finger of snow well ahead of the storm. You might wake up tomorrow morning and see a fresh coating of snow on cars and things like that and think, oh, the snow's coming already. This isn't really the storm, this little finger here, but this is going to move through pretty early in the day. Again, might coat some things. The storm itself, the real deal, is coming in the afternoon. Our start time for the storm itself is somewhere between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. on average. And once these darker blues get in about mid-afternoon, conditions are going to deteriorate rapidly. We're going to go from the roads being okay to being pretty tough over the matter of a couple of hours, mid to late afternoon. So maybe starting around roughly 3 o'clock or so, 4 o'clock, I'm expecting some heavier snow to push in. And once it starts, it's here for the long haul. And through the evening and through the overnight, snowfall rates in this darker blue zone could be a ½ inch to even perhaps up to an inch per hour. I wouldn't expect that rate to last the entire night, but at times that could be the rate, and that's really tough for road crews to keep up with. Let's take a little more of a zoomed-in view with this this model. This is the latest high-resolution rapid refresh model. It's a model that updates once an hour. It's basically our highest resolution model that we have available. When I mean high resolution, it's kind of like having a great camera on your smartphone. It's able to see fine details better than models that aren't as high res. It has that little finger of snow, pre-dawn hours, pushing north by daybreak, and then here comes the real stuff by midday or so. So, already by noon, this model has pretty good, it's snowing pretty good across the area, and by 1 o'clock, it really starts to thump. So, depending on what model you look at, we're either looking at early afternoon or mid-afternoon for the timing of when the real steady, moderate to heavy snow starts. So just plan on the afternoon being when you should start to really get off the roads. Get any errands done early in the day. All right, snow map. This has not changed a lot at all since our initial map was put out Wednesday evening. Again, we strive for not only accuracy but consistency as well. We know you're shopping around for different forecasts and you're seeing a lot of different things on Facebook and on TV and in the newspaper and things like that. We don't want to overload you with more numbers. We try to find a forecast that we think is the best fit and really try our hardest not to change it unless we absolutely have to. So we're looking at 9 to 12. Yesterday afternoon's update had this little sliver of 6 to 9, closer to the Ohio River down towards East Liverpool. I eliminated that last evening. I've just got the whole, if you can see us on TV, we've got you in the 9 to 12. And for most places, I kind of suspect the 12 is a little closer to what'll end up happening than the 9. Now, is there a big difference practically between getting 9 and 12 inches of snow? No. It's the impacts are going to be pretty much exactly the same. But, again, we're striving for accuracy here. And I kind of think more places will be in the 12 range than the 9 range. But it's a whole lot of snow. That is for sure. And, one of the reasons why I think a lot of places are a little bit closer to the 12 than the 9. Here's the European ensemble modeling odds of 12 inches or more worth of snow. Notice the odds overall are highest in northern PA up into New York, but some pretty decent odds get back into the I-79 corridor and even into parts of eastern Ohio. And you have to keep in mind that all these numbers are based on snow to liquid ratios of 10 to 1. I'm expecting higher ratios than that, which can lead to more efficient snow accumulation, especially Saturday night and first thing Sunday morning before daybreak. Those ratios could be up to 18 to 1. So using a straight 10 to 1 ratio probably isn't going to lead to the most accurate predictions as far as snow totals go. And because of that, I think these numbers through here are a little too low. Again, we're looking at odds of a foot of snow. I think our odds are pretty decent, at least 50 to 60%, I think, for most of the area that will see around 12 inches. I don't think anyone's getting 17 or 18, but around 12, which means 11, 12, maybe even 13 in some spots. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty darn likely. So we've got a doozy of a snowstorm heading our way. It's in most places going to be the biggest snow event from a storm, not lake effect, but an actual storm, in about 8+ years, almost 9 years. So it's been a while since we've had one like this. It's going to be interesting to see how it unfolds. My confidence is increasing that we're in pretty good shape forecast-wise. Hope you're in pretty good shape as far as your preparations go. Today's going to be a fine day to prepare for the weekend storm with just clouds and really not that bad out today. Pretty close to freezing throughout the day. More updates on social media, and of course this evening I'll have you covered on 21 News at 6 and 11. See you then.